Hello, lovelies! What a beautiful day it is here, and look, sun's on my face. Hey, so today I would like to talk about is that it's okay not to be okay. Most of what I talk about, I Really Love Planet, is about how to be happy, ways to be happy, how to change your lifestyle so that you can more easily be happy. Basically happy, 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 happy. But the thing that I haven't talked about, and I think it's one of the topics that is really important because otherwise we get really discouraged, is that sometimes we just don't feel okay. The spiral happens really easily when we feel defeated and frustrated because we can't get out of that state of not feeling okay. And when we're surrounded by all this positivity or people talking about being positive, people like me, and when we're constantly plagued with that, we feel bad about feeling bad, and it's a terrible, terrible circle. And the reason I wanted to bring up this topic is because it seems to be coming up a fair bit lately, and it was kind of one of those epiphanies that I had just watching other people and watching my own behavior. Okay, so here's the thing. About 2 years ago was when I was at my utmost blissful state, and that was when it was just really, really easy for me to be happy. It came really, really fluently, really, really easily, even when things were just terrible around me. That was the point in my life where some really just awful family stuff was going on, and somehow I was still able to just I got angry, I got sad, but it would just go by really easily, and then I'd get back to being happy, and everything just happened so easily and so fluently and so happily. So fast forward a couple months later, a year later, I started doing a bit of a downward slope, and I don't think it would have been as bad if I hadn't have been walking on clouds that summer, because everything was just so happy and easy then that when things started to go wrong, it spiraled really, really quickly for me because I felt like I should really easily be how I was that summer. And when I couldn't get back to that state of mind, I felt frustrated and defeated, basically. So I think it's an important topic because it's important to remember where you're coming from, where you started and where you are now. Now, I may not be in that completely blissful state of mind that I was that summer now, but I'm still pretty fucking happy and life is pretty good, I still have the ups and downs and whatnot, but generally things are really good. The thing to remember is that you cannot replicate any single moment or feeling or emotion in your life. Life changes, things around you change, and often when we go through those rough patches, it's because we're supposed to be learning something, that we still have a lot of stuff we have to work through. The thing about, for me, that what caused my spiral as well was that because I was walking on clouds and I'm constantly promoting positivity and happiness, when I started to spiral down, I felt that I couldn't show anyone that side of me. I felt like I just couldn't, because I strive to show you guys how to be happy and how to be positive, and that no matter how dark your life might once have been, that you can become happy again afterwards. So when I wasn't feeling happy, I felt like I was almost, if I showed that side to you guys, I would be letting you down. It's a balance of two worlds, because I also did want to keep promoting happiness and positivity because I think that's important to keep doing to stay on track and to get back onto track. However, what I came to realize is that I think this is a post I need to do and to share with you guys and to show you that the road isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. And like I said, I'm feeling pretty awesome today and in general lately, but that doesn't mean I still don't have spirals and down moments. And I think that's important to experience those down moments and to let them go, because as soon as we start to feel disappointed in ourselves for feeling not okay, then we're continuing the spiral. So it's okay not to feel okay, and you're gonna go through periods in your life where you don't feel okay, and you just have to remember that the world is still a beautiful place and that you are going to be happy again and everything is still going to be okay. The reason that this kind of came up for me too was that I had this moment a little while ago where I was at my worst again. So I was having a downward slump. I was feeling really badly about feeling not okay. Like, I just felt terrible, and I felt like it wasn't okay for me to feel this way because I reached that point where I was just so happy in my life. So to stumble backwards, I felt like I was doing something wrong. And then I was watching my husband, and it seemed like I was always the one that was falling apart. I was always the one breaking down. I was always the one that was having these problems. And I was watching him, and he seemed just totally fine. He seemed always okay. He seemed just unaffected by everything. And it made me angry. So I felt bad because I was looking at how he was, and I was jealous and I was envious. So I had that realization that not everyone is okay all the time. Not everyone is happy all the time. And if you feel like those people that seem like they're always happy, are always walking on clouds, they're not always walking on clouds. They're not always blissfully happy. We're human. We have downward points in our lives, and we have really highs, and we have all sort of in-between layers. And it's important to remember that because we are all human, and it's okay not to feel okay. I mean, there are people that I look up to as well that seem like they're always happy, and I love looking up to those people. But when they're constantly happy and they're never down, it just makes you feel really badly about yourself because you feel like you should feel like that, right? I'm sure many of you are familiar with the feeling. Anyway, the most important thing is to know that you're not alone, that everyone feels this way, that everyone has ups and downs, even if they don't show it. And despite having those downs and ups, we have to let them go. You have to let go of the highs as much as you have to let go of the lows, because I think my story that I was talking about earlier is a perfect example where I was walking on clouds and I was super, super happy all the time. And then I was just clinging onto that summer like it was just everything. And I think because I was doing that, I actually blocked a lot of good things that might have been coming to me because that was my ideal. That was what I had set in my mind, and I wouldn't let it go. So you have to let go of those highs as much as you let go of the lows. Whatever happens in life, let it flow and let it go. And the other important thing is that no matter how down you are, no matter how shitty things may get, you can be happy. That is still the motto at the end of the day, is that happiness is for everyone. Anyone can be happy. You can be happy. I can be happy. We can all be happy. You have to work on it though. We are changing thought habits. We are retraining our brains. And a lot of us suffer from low serotonin, from all that stress. Stress puts a huge weight on the body and we don't function properly. So when that happens, our bodies still need a lot of work, they need a lot of patience, they need a lot of love, and they need a lot of care. So keep that in mind. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Don't take yourself so seriously. Don't take your happiness so seriously. But don't. Just take it one day at a time. And at the end of the day, just do your best. That's the best advice I can give to you, is just do your best. Every day gets easier, it really does. And just remember that those downward slopes, they happen to everyone, and that you will climb back up. Look at where you've been. For me, I was depressed and suicidal. I may not be as happy as I was that summer, but you know what? I'm doing awesome. And that's something to be really proud of. And you'll have those really extreme highs and you'll have those really extreme lows, and that's just part of life. And just work on yourself every single day. Don't just get stuck in that rut and admit that it's the end, because it's not. It's so not. Just keep climbing back up because it's always worth it, and you'll feel awesome and you'll be smiling again in no time. And just remember that it's okay not to feel okay. So yes. So I'm letting you guys know that I'm human and that I have downs as well, because I'm not always happy. I'm not always walking on clouds. However, I am most of the time, and I think that's what counts. That's what's important. And I'm always working on myself. And usually when I'm feeling down, it's because I stopped working on myself. So do work on yourself every single day. Work on gratitude towards yourself, towards life. Love yourself. Love your life. Be positive. Be as positive as possible. And just do your best. Okay, I'm gonna go now because this ramble has already been going on for a really long time. Love you guys so much. So much. Go out there and create a lovely day, and go out and do some gratitude exercises and focus on love. Love you guys. Bye bye. Hope blinding.